long day after work means another trip to Wally's. It's like all I can think about is the burgers, shakes, and fries. It's a little addicting, I can't lie. It's like I get a little piece of heaven every time I take a bite. And burgers so gorgeous, feel like I fly like a kite. Mayo, lettuce, tomato, cheese, bread, bacon, mustard, pepper, potatoes, fries, onions, salt, soda, chicken, shake, tea, ice cream, ketchup, ranch, sugar, cream, butter, toast, daydream, daydream.
Hello, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. It looks like we've got a healthy amount of people on today, so thank you so much. I'm very excited for everybody that made it. After all, this is a celebration of all the actors and crew members who put all their sweat and effort, woke up for those early mornings, stayed up late, came to the studio to record ADR after the fact, like, what, 2 years ago now? It's been that long. I'm ashamed to say that it's taken this long for us to finally do a showing. But thank you all for actually joining us today. I'm very excited to finally be premiering it to all of you. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time at the beginning here, kind of talking about what went into Half Cooked and the behind the scenes. We'll hear from some of the crew here. At the beginning, we'll show you the trailer and we'll show you the film itself, which a lot of you will be seeing for the first time. So I'm super excited to be showing that. And then afterwards, we have a treat. We have got a bunch of behind the scenes photos we're going to show you, as well as a personalized Q&A from 3 of our actors. The actors you'll be watching during the film. So we have some questions, some clips to show. But also, you as the audience, you have the opportunity to ask questions. So you may have noticed that there's this little interface to the right of the screen where you're watching me on. So if you click on there, there's the live chat where you can talk. There's been a few people saying hi as well. Hi, Mom. And so you can chat in there during the film if you'd like. Just be aware that some people may be joining and may have paused for a moment or something. So try not to give any spoilers away, but feel free to have conversations even though you should be watching the film. And then also, if you click on that Q&A tab to the right, we'll be putting some polls up throughout the presentation. So right now, if you see the poll, there is a word cloud poll coming up saying, how excited are we for tonight? And let me just tell you, you can put pretty much anything you want in there. I'm super excited. I put super in there, so go ahead and type in how excited you are for tonight. That's a trick question. It's supposed to lead to positive answers only. So go ahead and do there. You can also ask questions during the whole show. So in the Q&A, you can type questions to me, to any one of our guests tonight. You can ask any question you want, and we'll ask them after the premiere. So. Thank you so much. I do want to give a couple warnings before we actually get into a few things. If you have any children nearby, there is some cursing in the film itself, as well as mild violence. Um, so that is something to be aware of. Nothing too intense, but nonetheless, I also can't be held accountable for any of the words that come out of our guests' mouths tonight, because if anybody's as nervous as I am, they're just shaking, and I'm drinking this Coke Zero, but they may be drinking something else, and they might get some loose lips. So please be aware. That being said, if you have any issues, some of the biggest things that can happen during today is you might lose audio all of a sudden. Just refresh your browser. Just refresh. If the video goes away or freezes, refresh. Just always, what's that commercial? I, it's like refresh. I don't want to talk about what the actual item is, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm referring to. So without further ado, I do want to bring our first guest of the night on. This is somebody who really pushed me during the entire process of Half Cook. I don't think I would have gotten the caliber of actors that I had gotten for this film had it not been for her pushing me to, put some real money into it. So she definitely pushed there. She was with me from the beginning of conception. You know, like 5, 6 years ago, she was there with me in my head, talking to me every night when I was coming up with the idea, and then finally when I actually wrote it down about 2 years ago, and then was there through the whole process, helping out, dealing with me when I was anxious. So without further ado, I'm going to ask Gabrielle Pitzler on. Um, so hello, Gabrielle. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi everyone. It's really an honor to be able to share this space with everyone. I think we're like coming in from across, the whole United States, where that wouldn't have been the case if COVID hadn't happened. So tiny blessing, and very glad to have been on this journey with you.
Yeah, that's actually a great thing. So if you want to put in the chat where everyone's from, we can kind of see. I mean, I know there's people from Texas. I know there's people from Washington. There may be some people from New York here. There may be people all over the world.
California.
So, so yeah, go ahead and put in the chat where you're from. Just get the conversation going, and make sure you answer that poll. So, Gabrielle, tell me, I didn't ask you these beforehand, so I'm kind of putting you on the spot, but what was it like from your vantage point? I mean, obviously you've been with me through my film experience, but you're more into social work and stuff. So what was it like being from the conception all the way through the completion of Half Cooked?
It was really nice. It was like a nice reprieve from like the hardships that I tend to delve into, and then also just like fun to gather with people who want to like play, express, the human experience, collaborate behind the scenes. It's like opened my eyes to kind of how complicated things get, time crunches, just like so many details go into film, and I think you rocked it.
None of that. No, thank you. Gabrielle, she wouldn't admit it herself, but she was an integral part, I think that's the right word, of the film. She was our script supervisor for a lot of it, but she filled in on so much. By credits, Jacob was the assistant director, but she really held it down on a lot of fronts. There was so many moving parts during Half Cooked, and we'll get into that with Jacob later. but we had like 30 like little number things that you'll see in the film where we do a take and they get moved and Gabrielle would be like, no, and like going and making sure everything was continuity on point. I was really felt safe with her on set, knowing that we weren't going to miss any details. And man, some of the scrambling around and jumping around we had to do, I know she saved us a lot. So yeah, do you have anything else you want to say before we go to our trailer of Half Cooked?
No, just thank you for coming and, well, joining the Zoom. I know we all have kind of some screen fatigue, and we just appreciate the strain your eyes may be going through on this Saturday night after a full week of maybe staring at screens. So thank you. And I'm really proud of Jesse and this, and I hope you enjoy. And yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And I love you and thank you. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead. It's just 30 seconds. Just going to show you the trailer, give you a little sneak peek before we talk with Jacob, and then the premiere itself. So enjoy. Hello. Okay. Thank you for joining us, Jacob. This is Jacob Schmidt. He was my assistant director on the film and really my go-to man when it came to the production side of things. I mean, I talked about how much of a support Gabrielle was, but Jacob was really the technical person. He was the person where I was like, we've got a fire over here. I've got to deal with this. I need you to go deal with the actors and make sure the show keeps running so we could make the day. So Jacob, I really wanted to ask you on here so we could talk about kind of what happened behind the scenes as far as stuff. So I want to start like, you were there when we were doing casting and you saw a lot of faces come in, a lot of good actors. But I remember very specifically, like the actors that we have in here, Zach, Alex, Nicole, Jackie, James, like I remember very specifically looking over at the table once they all left the room and being like, that's this person, whether they auditioned for that person or not. Like I remember very specifically being like, that was the person for this. What was going through your head when you were watching some of our actors audition?
Yeah, I think we were kind of on like the same wavelength there. Like they all like definitely like first looked the part. I think that like how I was imagining when I read the script, and then once you saw like the way they acted and kind of their personalities like come through, then you knew like you had the right guy or girl. So it was cool.
Yeah. What were some of the things during set, like maybe that you were, I don't know, a little bit iffy, maybe that surprised you? I guess what were the days like for some of our actors, our crew? What was the average day like?
It was good all around. I mean, I don't know, we were kind of in like a whirlwind the entire time, right? Because like, especially the way you shoot, it's like just get up and go, and like we just like move, which I like too. So it's like, yeah, once we all got in sync, we were just like, a moving vehicle that just couldn't be stopped. So like, especially since like you love to pick locations that are just the most insane places to shoot. And so like shooting at that burger spot, the Wally's Burger Express. Yeah, that was something I'll never forget. It was a really fun experience, but really challenging too. So
yeah, we talking with the manager there, they allowed us, they didn't open up until 11 a.m. Every day. And so they were like, sure, you guys can shoot from the time our first guy gets there at 7 a.m. until 11. So we had 4 hours essentially to unpack all the cars of gear, load them up, set up the shoots, and then get the day. And I know, it was like the first day where the first or second day where we were, going through it, and it was time for them to open. And I just remember being like, we just need one more shot. And you guys were like, it's there. There's customers coming in. Like, was that stressful, or was that just me?
Yeah, it wasn't stressful for me, but it was at the same time, because I stressed for you, like during production, right? So like I wanted you to be able to make your movie, but then you got a guy like ordering a double cheeseburger and fries, and like you're trying to get a take like behind the counter. Like, I feel like Alex almost took the guy's order, so.
And he would have too.
Right.
He would have really just sat into that role. So that was cool. It was a unique experience in a live set. I mean, we knew none of the audio was going to be usable with all the refrigerators and ice cream machines. But like it was a pretty crammed place. As cool as it was to be in like a real location, we didn't have to do set design or anything. It was just like set up. It was like an old Dairy Queen that they had refurbished. I suggest you go there if you live in Austin. It's Wally's Burger Express. It's like I don't know how it's doing now in COVID, but it was kind of cool. We got to go behind the counter. It wouldn't happen today with COVID, but we were able to like be around the fryers, and like I just remember being very crammed. Was that claustrophobic for you?
I'm probably like a step away from just working in a place like that. So no, like I felt I've worked at a lot of restaurants, but remember how slippery the floors were?
Yeah, yeah. Gabrielle was talking about that earlier. Yeah,
that was an issue, because you don't want to like bust your butt. But it was a lot of fun.
I don't want to say like we didn't plan for that, because I spent some money on these like little rubber sole things that were supposed to stick under people's shoes, but they did not work.
Right.
I remember Nicole, there's a scene where she runs across the floor and just being, I think she took her shoes off, because I was like terrified that we were going to like, step on a banana peel and fly across the floor, but it was just the floor. I don't know how other people, don't get concussed there.
Right.
And you technically got the cops called on you, without giving too much away.
Yeah.
you have a scene which everyone will recognize you in. We won't talk about it necessarily, but there was a scene, and everyone will know now, that I think you dealt with it, right? Like I was inside, we were trying to get shots, and did I send you out to go talk to the cops, or
No,
was it?
I didn't go out to talk to them that day. No, I don't know who you sent.
I think it might have been because we had employees there, like actual Wally's people, and we shouldn't be the ones talking. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I don't know who was looking through the windows and was like, those cameras and lights and like all that set. You'll see it in the behind the scenes photos, but it's kind of just like, who called the cops on us? Maybe one of the employees, because they were probably like these silly filmmakers in my place of business.
Yeah. And again, I don't want to give anything away, but for sure, yeah, I would have called the cops too, bro.
Okay. Yeah, Tanya says it ain't a movie set until the cops are called. So that's perfect. Okay, so let me see. Is anybody else saying anything? You're all saying things. So hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for including your words into the word cloud. We'll keep that up for a little bit because this is just fun. So without further ado, we're about 17 minutes after. I think everybody that's going to make it is here. So let's go ahead and jump right into the film. Thank you so much, Jacob, for your time. And everybody, please enjoy. Make sure that you do not have night mode onto your screens, the one where it like changes the coloring, and just enjoy in general, everybody, and we'll see you on the other side. All right, here we go.
I'm in the right place, I'm in the You know the owners are here.
Was it bad?
You're drooling like a baby. A confused baby.
Enough of that. I need to talk to you.
Hey, what's up? Hey.
Amy, you clocked in 5 minutes late today.
Was that it?
Look, I really don't care. Just on money drop-off days, I don't have a choice.
Quincy, why don't you quit working for your parents if it makes you
Dylan,
so miserable?
come over here. You'll be training with Amy today.
Wait, I thought I was training him.
Your fries are half cooked. Maybe, if you stay awake today, you'll get a chance.
You don't daydream too, do you?
You do that here?
It's not that bad.
Every time I catch you spacing out.
I bet he does.
I mean, I just like to be prepared.
Name one time something you've imagined has happened.
Shit. Okay, old man. Slow. No.
Punk kids.
Oh man. One day something's gonna happen and I'm gonna have the plan.
My hero.
So Amy, Jeremy told me a lot about you.
Really?
Yeah.
Less talking, more working. The owners could still be here.
You see, all you gotta do is press print. Hand them their receipt. Give them their copy. Then take our copy and put it in the drawer.
Could you show me how to count my drawer again?
Wow, Jeremy. Your friend might actually outshine you in the dim light department.
I just want to fail you as like a trainee.
He did have summer school 2 years in a row.
He's lying.
Okay, dudes. I'd rather unclog the woman's toilet than deal with you two. Try by fire. You'll figure it out. I'm taking my break.
Okay. Jeremy? Jeremy?
Get mine! Get the fucking money! Hurry up! Get the cash! Get all of it! Right now! You're not playing with me! Hurry up! Hurry the fuck up! Take it! Hurry up! Is any of you? Call the cops! I'm coming back here!
Hey, what just happened?
We just got robbed. Where the hell were you? Why did you give him the money?
I'm doing great. Thanks.
What were you doing?
He didn't do shit.
Go get him. The cops are gonna want to talk to him.
Didn't he say he was gonna come back if we call the cops?
If you don't get them, then they're gonna come back. I'm calling.
No, wait, I'll call.
You weren't even here.
We were robbed. What else do I have to say? Look, shouldn't you be dealing with your parents anyway?
Go!
Dylan! Hey man, just hold on.
No, you hold on, okay? Where do you get off? I don't need your help. I don't need this job. I just want to go home.
You can't just shrug it off and pretend it didn't happen.
Why not, huh? What about you? You and all this bullshit about always pretending to be prepared.
You should at least report it. He'll get away.
To the cops? That guy didn't give a shit about me. He would have ripped my throat open just for standing there.
I messed up. I'm sorry.
You couldn't have done shit.
I should have done something. I should have been the one at the register.
I don't need your survivor's guilt.
Think I'm not pissed at myself? Everyone calls me a space case, a slacker. They think I'm crazy. I finally had a chance to do something about that.
Everyone spaces out. All right? You just have some sort of hero complex.
Maybe. For instance, that guy looks like he's stealing that car.
He is stealing that car.
I get it. Don't rub
Jeremy,
it in.
I'm not playing around. It looks like he's stealing that car. What kind of backwards neighborhood is this?
Hey!
Don't be a hero.
Get out!
Is this some kind of joke?
My friend's already calling the cops. You can't steal this car.
This is my car.
What are you doing under the dash?
I dropped my keys.
What about when you opened the door from the outside? Why didn't you use them?
That's just how I do it, man. Shit doesn't work.
Jeremy! Sorry, my friend. Emotions are high.
So can I go now?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Have a good day. Are you trying to get locked up?
I just...
Because you need to talk to someone. This isn't a movie, and you sure as hell are not a superhero.
Dylan?
Listen, man, I love you, but you're gonna get me killed.
No, look. It must have fallen when he dropped his keys.
That guy's the same dude that robbed us?
It had to be.
I really could have died.
He thinks he got away with the robbery.
What?
He doesn't know we found his knife. Or that we know it's him.
Yeah, that's just because you just tried to Grand Theft Auto him. He was looking for his knife when you opened the door, not his keys.
I've seen the symbol somewhere before.
Okay, Scooby-Doo. Now what?
We have to tell Quincy and Amy.
Don't do that!
Sorry.
Where's everyone?
Everyone left. I have an appointment with the owners.
No, the cops. Amy, where are they?
They were taking too long. Amy literally had to go to the police station herself.
Why didn't you go with her? We just saw the guy who robbed us.
Again? Where is he?
We don't know. That's why we need the cops.
What else would they be doing in this town?
Why don't you go ask them yourself? I'm already running late.
Damn it, Quincy. Give a shit about something for once.
I do give a shit.
Yeah, about the money in my till. You don't give a shit. You can't manage this place. You can't even manage to get the cops here.
Look, I don't need anyone else questioning my abilities. Not you, not my parents, and not the cops.
Amy? Wait a minute. You bitch.
It's not that she's like not attractive or anything. I just think she might be a sociopath.
She's not normally that bad.
I was only there 5 minutes, and I already cannot stand her.
She's only like that when her parents come in.
Well, then we solved it, right? Okay, we just get robbed, and then she hardly bats an eye. And for all we know,
Amy?
she's. Wait a second. Dude, look, that's the guy that robbed us. They are obviously together.
No, she's mean, but she's a good person.
Dude, look at her. She knows him. Christ.
She's had plenty of chances to steal the money in that drawer. She needs our help. She could get hurt.
Are you kidding me? No.
Dude, come on, look.
Okay. Fine, let's go.
You don't talk to me like that.
Jeremy, this is my stepbrother. It's not what it seems like.
Shut the fuck up, Amy.
Hey, don't talk to her like that.
Jeremy, it's fine. Eddie, they were just sleeping.
I don't understand what is going on with you two.
I can take care of this. Just go, okay?
What the hell is this? Some kind of setup?
What?
What's your little sob story didn't work and that your friends are gonna try to stop me?
Eddie, they don't even know what's happening. Dylan and Jeremy were just sleeping. Dylan!
You just threw him right at me.
I imagined it a little different, but look, it worked.
Thank God for my lightning fast reflexes.
You knew he was gonna rob us, didn't you?
I didn't, not until it was happening.
What do we do now?
I mean, if I could see me knock him out.
He's gonna wake up soon. What do you want us to do?
Say nothing, do nothing. I'll figure something out.
I can't go to prison, okay? Not in the prime of my life.
Take the money. Leave. Eddie's the only family I have.
Okay, and be a part of whatever this is?
Forget about
We're
it.
leaving. Do what you need to, just leave us out of it, okay?
Yeah. What he said.
Just don't come back to work.
Jeremy.
Come on, let's go.
We're still going to the cops, right?
Obviously.
I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Well, you just totally missed me knock out that dude, so.
Quincy, we have to go now.
Knock out what dude?
He was back.
Dylan!
You two are dead. Hurts, doesn't it?
Leave him alone. What did you do to Amy?
Did you really bring a knife to a gunfight?
We just want to go.
If you just stayed out of it, I wouldn't have to do this.
I'm really sorry. Really, I didn't know.
Come on, Jeremy, let's go.
Not without Amy.
Both of you! In!
friends, huh?
So, I knocked him out first.
Knocked out who first?
Guy back. Never mind.
Oh my goodness, that is done and over. That was it. That was Half Cooked. So thank you everybody for watching that. Let's give a round of applause from all over the place to our actors, our crew, everybody that made it possible to come through. Wally's Burger Express, thank you so much for the space, the Easy Pawn that we did that final scene at. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was exciting. We had music from Jean Lejeune. He's watching today, so thank you for letting me use your music. I've listened to that credit song way too much, probably over 200 times alone, so thank you for that. Man, so many wonderful people on the feed right now. We've got Gabrielle's parents, hello. We got Kadrowski, what's up? Gabrielle's uncle, hello. Joel, Kate, my mom, Amber, my sister Amber also, Tanya, got George, Danny, what's up? Don, thank you so much for joining us. My grandma and grandpa, thank you so much. Let's see, we got Rachel, Mark, Solowitz, the man with the walker. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed your part you played. He came in last second and filled that role, and he did marvelously. I didn't ask him to come all decked out as an old man with a walker. That was wonderful. George, hello. Thanks so much for joining. All kinds of wonderful people. I can't keep going through the list. Thank you so much. Okay, so now here's the part where we all get to go refill our soda, or Grubhub up some burgers because we're all hungry now. We're gonna do a little behind the scenes compilation of just photos and stuff, so you can kind of see what went into what you just watched. And then when we return, it's about 6 minutes long. And once we return, we're actually going to have 3 of our actors on with us. We're going to do some Q&A. So please go to that Q&A pod to the right of this video and type in the questions you have for our actors. Type in your questions you have for me. Anything you want. I've got a few clips that I want to share of behind the scenes, and I've got some questions to ask the actors, but I'm way more interested in what you guys want to know. So please put that in the Q&A now, and enjoy this montage of photos.
so nervous.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope everybody heard that, Alex. I'm right there with you. I'm about to
I think I'm gonna throw up.
So you guys can't see, but we have fries surrounding us all over the place right now. So I'm gonna just encourage the audience. I'm gonna go ahead and play another poll. This poll is: should we lose the fries background? If you say yes, then we'll go to the boring green background. If you say no, then we're going to keep these fries falling until we're done. So,
Are they like really falling? I can't see anything.
They're like in the background. Yeah, you guys are cheating. Jackie's getting into it. Okay, so I have so far a lot of no's. Let's keep that going. Let me see what you guys think. We got 100% no. Okay, we're keeping the fries.
I say whatever they say. We do the opposite. You know.
And Jesse has his burger shirt on, so like,
right.
Oh wow!
I don't want to.
I have my Whataburger first job shirt still in my closet. I'll throw that on right now, and we'll be okay, man.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like this stuff. Where's my hat? It's right here. I got my Wally's hat on here still. I wear it all over the place. There's all kinds of cat hair on it. Not sanitary for a restaurant, but okay. Without further ado, let's get into some questions. So again, for the audience, go ahead and put in the Q&A if you have any questions for us. I'm going to just kind of stream through them as our actors answer. Gabrielle, feel free to fill us in on anything you think, any questions you have. But we're just going to start with a softball. So now that we know that we're keeping the background, I want to know what your favorite part of the film was. The audience, you get to answer that as well. But we're going to start with Nicole. What was your favorite part? Yeah, put you on the spot. Sorry. What was your favorite part of working on Half Cooked?
I love getting to work in an actual real life fast food place, because normally you try to fake building the whole set. So it was fun to actually see how that worked. And coincidentally, when I first moved to LA, I did work at a fast food place. They want to hear that my first experience in a fast food place behind the counter was because of the movie. They didn't care. Yeah. But the grease slides were real in both filming and in real life later on.
Yeah.
But I would say my most favorite part of filming was seeing what we could do in the wee hours of 4 a.m. in the morning.
Amen. Yeah.
And actually the kindness that was given to us as filmmakers in this local Austin.
Oh,
so yeah. Really my answer to it is really like I liked seeing what we came up with and where we were at and what we were doing.
I agree.
Favorite moment, that was all like feely stuff.
Yeah.
Favorite moment I would say was the car scene. And I just had a friend who texted me and who went, "They let you drive?" And I went,
yeah. She was backing up and all over. Yeah.
There's a drone coming this way, all kinds of things happening.
She was coordinating with the drone. So expertly driving, may I add.
Oh, Jack, hear that? Jack Rufford, you hear that? Expertly driving.
Just throw shade.
R.I.P. to that car.
All right. Yeah. We got rear-ended at a stop sign.
Oh my God.
It wasn't my fault. So
yeah, no, it wasn't. It was totaled, but the guy hit us at like 10 miles per hour. So I don't know what they're doing to these cars these days. Okay.
That's
Alex,
a horrible moment. Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Ooh, I think my favorite part, mostly because we, all three of us at least, were all included for most of the movie. So my favorite part was whenever Jacob, in that daydream scene, pulled up the guns, and then like two other guns pulled up in front of, because I wasn't there for that day. So just to see him in that sound effect, because that was my first time seeing it. And so it was nice to just kind of see something for the first time. Like I felt like it was like, everyone else, I was just witnessing something for the first time. I thought it was great. And I think he deserves a round of applause. Jacob deserves a round of applause. he was my favorite part. He was amazing. So that was my favorite part.
It was fun, and Rolando, who was his second pair of hands, was a real champ getting that close to Jacob. I mean, we'd all been working. It was hot. Jacob had like our steady cam vest on backwards. It probably wasn't a pretty scene, but
where'd you guys find that trench coat, man?
I think I just asked Jacob like the night before, the morning of.
He's like, yeah,
grab
I
it."
got one. I watched The Matrix.
He just
Yeah,
asked.
dude, let me go grab it.
It was certainly like lucky that we were able to find that. I don't know how it came together, but
Fit perfectly. 10 out of 10. Would do again.
Great.
Kind of jealous that I didn't get that part.
There you
honestly.
go. Okay, we'll recap. Jackie, what about you?
Oh my! I mean, I love the beginning moment of when they're driving in with the card, but not only that, but when I was there, I witnessed how he ate the fries, how they weren't
Right.
cooked, and I just that memory just came to my mind of how much sacrifice this art takes.
That's right.
People help out in so many ways that people have no idea. Like those fries were cold.
Thank you for remembering that. At Carlos, he took one for the team. He was just helping out on set, and I was like, I need a cover guy. I need somebody to eat these fries. And we needed them to be half cooked, but we just took them right out of the freezer. And he just, you guys saw his smile. He gave a real solid. I mean, he's up there with Jacob in their acting, and not really being cast. Just kind of me being like,
he deserved a raise, man.
Yeah.
He should have called union or whatever. But
yeah, I'm glad that it wasn't a union thing. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what.
And then what about me and my part?
Oh my goodness,
yeah,
Deborah, what was your favorite part?
No, I just like my scene.
yeah. Was your favorite part sitting? At the
oh right, I was in it for like
a
second. Oh, I thought I was gonna try and be a smart ass. Never mind.
Oh, it backfired.
But what was your favorite part? And then I'll read the audience's favorite parts.
I don't know.
What? You're
all of it.
Oh.
All of it.
Yeah, I love the whole thing.
Oh, thank you so much. I love that. So we have.
I got you, Gabby.
We have from the audience Jacob going crazy, and the whole part with everyone confronting Robert and knocking him out. Love it. The part where Alex gets knocked out. LOL. Obviously a fan of yours.
Oh yeah, we'll give it away.
The gun scene. Yeah, thank you. That was.
Oh wait.
Oh yep. What's up?
I died laughing every time like the camera panned out and there's just a body like hanging out of it.
Yeah, that grass was not clean. So like
yeah,
James
he was, like,
just laying.
He was like laying on like an old diaper.
Yeah, there's like a little porno like old beer bottles in that corner. It was not. Yeah.
It's not sanitary. He's fucking buried in there.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Seeing James just sprawled out. Most of his scenes were just him on the ground.
Yeah, he did. He laid down on the job quite a bit, didn't he? And then I also I enjoyed Jeremy's amazing zone outs, the computer mind of his, also the wicked fight scenes. Who grabs a knife? ? Sociopaths. All right. Okay, so let's get into some questions. I'm eating up so much time because I could probably just do this until midnight. So I don't want to spend a crazy amount of time. I want to show some clips real quick, just some clips that I think the audience will enjoy. So this first clip I'm going to direct towards. So Nicole, this is going to be, you did one of the most VFX heavy scenes in the film, and essentially it's supposed to look like not VFX, obviously. So I'm going to play this clip, and then I'm going to ask you a couple questions, or a question. So let's see that clip. Okay, and action. Other way. Sorry. Let's swoop the other way. Like, yeah, like that. One. So, okay, Nicole, that was your scene. You were in a basement thing. For the viewers who may not have caught it, that was actually the office in Wally's, where before she goes and looks up the video and finds out that Jackie has a relationship, or Amy has a relationship with Eddie. What was it like working in front of a computer that wasn't on, having to pretend you were in a restaurant when you were really in this creepy back closet thing in the middle of a school?
What do you mean that wasn't real? That wasn't real? What? Yeah. So they did a really great job to where when I was finally sent like the final edit, I go, oh my gosh, that was the same small closet that we entered. So how it was I think school was going on, right, Jesse? Like there were night classes going on, and you're like, hey, we need to like get this last scene. I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. And I'm coming in, I'm like, where are we doing this thing? They're like, just come over this way. And I'm like, okay.
Walking through the class. Yeah.
let's go through this like really backdoor entrance. I'm like, okay. No, but Jesse was quite wonderful the whole time. He was like, I swear I'm not a serial killer. Follow me into this small space. And I was like, okay. But no, he made sure that like everything was very clear. And I made like Jesse always like, thank you for making me feel comfortable on set. But also I think what was great was you just had to trust that I would trust what you had envisioned. And you're like, okay, so the screen, this and this is happening. And you're just talking to me the whole time. You're going, imagine this happening. And I'm going, okay, yeah, let's do that.
You were doing amazing. It was like happening real time in front of me.
I honestly can't take, I will say thank you for the compliment, but I cannot take the credit from it because I just sat there and stared at a blank screen.
Well, you stared blankly wonderfully.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I think the fun part of all of that is if you, the audience member, got to look around at all, there was little post-it notes that Jesse was like, yeah, just fill that out and like add things to it. And it's like things that Quincy would say. So she was definitely an A-type personality. Don't know where she gets that from. And on
you fit the role.
No clue. I really don't know what you're talking about. But that the first target, it said like high target, it said like Columbia. Then like target, it said Cornell. And then low target, it said UT.
Yeah, there was a lot of set design in that one scene. Like,
and that wasn't my idea. That was like Jesse, like just pull it out. What would your character put in? And I was like, I think this is the thing. So if anything, yeah, it was all a collaboration. It was all. I just got a playground to play in, and that's all you could really ask for as an actor is to have someone give you a good sandbox to make cool sandcastles in.
That was beautiful, and really, my inner child, like really felt that. That's a good thing. Yeah. All right. So the next question is for Alex. So not only did you get, pulverized, probably the biggest jump scare of the film.
Oh yeah.
Which I heard. I'm upstairs. Gabrielle's downstairs, and she laughed so good at that. I think that's like. Not that people should be laughing at you getting knocked out, but I mean, you did wonderfully. So this scene is actually with the knife to your neck, and I'm going to show it to the audience real quick, and then I'll ask my question. So, turn your head towards the light. Yeah, right there, and then the light. Pull it back, but more towards.
Are you? No, it's
Okay.
okay.
All right, one more time. And action. All right, cut. All right, so there we are.
Yeah.
How was that? We dulled the knife. Let's just let everyone know we dulled it, and then it was backwards. I remember our camera guy Mike. He was back there pacing like, oh no, not good, not all right, which was wonderful. He really cared, and you were you were laughing before and after that, just really taking the point. How was that?
Honestly, I mean, James is a handsome man. He can get away with whatever he wanted to. He could have he could have robbed me and it would have been okay. He has such gentle hands. But no, honestly, I felt very, very safe. Like, I was like, if I get murdered, there's plenty of eyewitnesses. It's okay. You know, I finally got my father to say, I love you at least once. And that was great. No, I mean, I felt safe, man. It was great. James is a pro. I've seen him work before. I've seen him on actual stuff and like other stuff. And I don't know. I trusted you guys, and I never felt endangered at all. And like you, truly, just you as a director. Even, and I know this is a later scene, but whenever the gun is even brought out, you had a meeting and asking us if any of us were uncomfortable. So. And truly just trying to make everyone feel safe. So honestly, I didn't feel unsafe at all. Like, I trusted everyone there. And so it was no big deal. It was just, that was one of the funniest times. The second funnest time I've ever had a knife thrown at my throat, I should say.
There's a story there. All right. So speaking of getting knocked down, knives to their throats. So this next thing is going to be towards Jackie, and let me just. So we all saw the scene, right? The gun scene that was mentioned. I've never seen an actor commit more to a scene and just throw everybody off. Just be so surprised because this firecracker just comes and just delivers. I'm just gonna play this scene, and you guys let me know. And then I'll ask Jackie the question. How about that? Slate.
Half cook, scene 6. Paul, take 1.
And action.
Quincy, we have to go. No, wait. Sorry.
You totally just missed me knock out that dude.
Yeah, let's reset. So before you come to the window, she can say, well, I've been looking everywhere for you guys, and then you can lean in. And action.
Well, you totally just missed me knock out that dude.
Quincy, we have to go now.
All right, cut. Okay, I'm sorry. So our actors, everybody on the screen besides myself can't see it, but you as the audience can, and that was the most real thing I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure James had like a headache that day. Jackie, tell me about what went into that moment. Did I say something to you, or like what was like, I'm going? What was your thought process?
I just like didn't realize that you have stunts and you don't really hit people. Just went at him like he stole the money, this motherfucker. Like went and beat him up. It was like all I had. I felt so bad.
Yeah, because you beat him up off screen too. Like you hit him, and then you were still going and like just what happened?
I feel so bad. I felt like I should have asked you before, but like I don't know why I didn't. And then I just got in the mood and I was like, oh, here's my cue. And
I feel I like made the mistake before the scene started. I was like, I remember coaching and just being like, so this is what's happening right now. This is all the feelings going through you. And I was just thinking like, it'll percolate. And then when we come to that shot, it'll happen. And again, I'm so thankful that it happened. It didn't make the cut, but forever will be burned in my memory of.
Can I add on to that?
Yes. Yes,
I was
please.
on the sidelines of that, and it was just another take. It was just rolling, and we were like all exhausted. And I think Jackie was exhausted, and James was definitely exhausted. And it like action hit, and I just heard a really loud smack, and I'm laying on the ground, and I'm like, oh my god, she's really hitting him. Oh my god, and she's not stopping, dude. And I looked at Jesse, dude, and he didn't call a cut. I was like, dude, fucking save him. Like, this dude's gonna fucking die. Like, he's going for it.
I was shell shocked. I maybe that was my big letdown, but that was
There was like coins in that bag and like a big huge
It was a heavy
cardboard
bag.
box.
Like it was heavy.
That doesn't sound like getting money.
That would have killed your average man.
All right. Well, I want to show one more clip. This is an imagination scene. This is of the three actors that are on the screen now, minus me and Gabrielle. But this is just the clip of when Jeremy's imagining that he had just saved the day before he lets himself down. And then we'll have some more comments. We'll go a speed round of questions and then we'll end. So thank you for everybody who is joining us still. Go. All right, and action. Just look right here, look right here. All right. So I just wanted to show that clip because one, I want to give everyone a hand of something of applause. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was fun. Austin, he did the set design for that. I think he put a Hershey candy wrapper on that plunger and toilet paper, and Jackie just clapped and just really smushed it in. It was
that was Marissa.
It was Marissa? Oh,
Marissa put chocolate and me and her put toilet paper on.
Okay. Well, then you guys did great. I get Austin did the tattoo for Jackie. That's what it was. But yeah, it was just a marvelous job. I want to thank you all for joining me today. We're going to go over some real quick questions that have come in from the audience. Talk about the planning of the shots. What was the aesthetic, style, or inspiration for the cinematography? A lot of it was finding Wally's and just kind of seeing the feel of the trains inside Wally's, and like it's kind of like they took over an old Dairy Queen. I think I was listening to a lot of synthwave, so it was like in my mind in the 80s, but real time, so present. That was kind of the style, and listening to the funky music of Jean, which was a lot of the like background music and stuff, just like really funkadelish stuff, really inspired me as I wrote this. What was the most difficult piece of videography that you did for the show? Mike did this wonderful one shot right after the robbery, and we were all cheering when it happened. All the actors did superb. It was just on a gimbal and just like moving and going, and then Alex got down, and then Nicole comes over and is like, "Why did you let him get away from the money?" And he's like, "I'm fine, thanks." And then like it was just the most like coordinated piece. It was super exciting. I was super like happy that Mike was able to get that shot for us. It was just a lot of fun. Let's see. If you could reshoot a scene in the film, which one and why? What would you do differently? First scene, hands down. Not because it was anything wrong with it, but just because we ran out of time that day. I had to take my drone and like get some shots. Just on the minute, all of our actors came in and did ADR after the sense. So most of the words you were hearing were all done in a studio and put over. So all of our actors did amazing. Some of them, that was your first time doing ADR, but I was so blown away. How long was the shoot? I believe it was 7 different days over the course of like 2 or 3 weeks. The hardest thing was getting everyone's schedule together, but everybody showed up when they needed to and showed up on extra days. I was very thankful for that. How many people were involved in this from start to finish? I think I got everybody in the credits. It was definitely the biggest production that I've ran as far as our 5 principal actors. We had 4 extras come on, including Nicole's mom. So shout out. She came in last
Shout out
minute.
to my mom. Yeah. That's also a favorite part. Mom, I love you. I love you, Mom. Thanks for being there.
She played her mom in the film and was her mom.
She's also quite beautiful.
Mom, do you hear that? You have an admirer. She's gonna love that. I think she's squealing at home.
So is there a Wolfgang? There's definitely a Wolfgang, but we don't talk about that. Was it fun filming the fight scene? It was fun. It was it was a little difficult.
There were some accidents, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was some accidents. We showed up to the set, it was all figured out, and there was a landscaper cutting down all of our bushes and stuff. So we had to kind of rush the fight scene and like in the halfway through shooting it, move over to the other side and finish it. I remember making poor Nicole like wait all day for her scene.
I fell asleep on the curb.
Same curb that had all the beer bottles and that might have given some kind of disease to James on the ground. Like
James got it. I accidentally hit James. Jackie hit James. James just got poor guy. The reason he's not here, he's dead. That's why he's not here.
That reminds me. I'm going to put in who hit the hardest into the poll now. So who hit the hardest of our film? Was it Dylan? Was it Eddie? Was it Jackie? Or was it Zach? Or I suppose I should have put Jeremy. I guess I mixed everybody's names up. I put Dylan instead of Alex, but then I put Jackie instead of Amy. This is where reality starts meshing with
That's how you see
fiction.
me. You don't see me as Alex. You see me as Dylan.
You're a figment of my imagination.
Alex is an ear.
Oh yeah, and don't forget about we kind of covered this before we showed the movie or whatever. The cops being called.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, that was
point.
I'm sure
right.
everybody figured out why.
Because Jacob had all these decked out. They first of it's not like we walked in with these they were airsoft guns painted black that Austin had given me. His mom express mailed it to us. It was super nice of her. It's not like we walked in with these guns. They were in boxes. They were hidden. So somebody had to look in the window before opening at Wally's and call the cops. So, but okay. So who hit the hardest? And it looks like we have a winner. Jackie hit the hardest.
Yeah,
dude. That's what's up.
They're right.
My resume.
Fucking
My
punch
The
them
award
back
for
in
hardest
time.
hitter goes to Jackie Luke.
Look at me, Mom. I won something.
He saw
All
his
right.
whole life flash before him.
Okay. So is there anything, any one of you, we're running low on time. I'm keeping everybody pretty late. This has been so much fun, but is there anything anybody wants to pass on to the audience, to their loved ones, before I close this out for the night?
Dad, do you love me? Please. Something. Just something, man. Just tell me something, man. Just loses it. It starts
I love
crying. You know,
you,
I
and
have to leave.
I wanted to just say thanks to Jesse for like setting this all up, and just thank you, because it's been a year for everybody, audience included, cast included, but thanks for taking the extra effort to make this happen. I have loved ones here that I'm with, who is my adopted family. They're like scattered all around, but they were able to enjoy some of this with me. Be like, she took me to a premiere, and I'm like, yes, I did. And I roped all of my loved ones back home as fast as I could. Thanks to my mom, and also back to thanking Jesse, because he took the conscientious effort of making sure that my mom looked like my mom.
That's
And
true. Yes.
I think that was probably the best casting ever. Truly.
It worked out.
You should get an award for best casting. I think that was very believable. My mom playing my mom.
It was, I remember having the conversation of like, well, I guess we could make you adopted, but we wanted it to be very like very real, but we were having a hard time finding an actor that would pass as your mother. And you were like, well, my mom would do it. And I was like,
My mom said, and I quote, "I'm a movie star." So, Mom, you are a movie star.
You are.
You're credited in a
are.
film. I'll put you on IMDb.
Oh my gosh, you'd love that. Mom, you're gonna be on IMDb.
Perfect.
She's like Leonardo DiCaprio. Who?
What about Angeline Davis?
There you go.
Angeline Marquez. I think that's what, yeah, Mom. Okay, cool.
No, anything else before we go?
I just want to say thank you, Mommy. I love you so much for always supporting me. I love some of my friends in the audience. Thank you so much for being here. And once again, also, I'm going to piggyback off Nicole. Jesse, thank you so much for allowing this to happen during COVID. And I know it wasn't ideal, but it really brought a lot of meaning for me. And I'm pretty sure for a lot of other people as well. So thank you for this.
Of course. Everybody deserves it. I'm so sorry that it's taken 2 years for us to have something like this, but
it was perfect, dude. It was
Good.
great.
Good.
Thank you, man.
Anything
Taking
from-
it back off of that as well. Like, seriously, thank you. Like, just, I don't know if you know, something's going on. I don't know. The air is killing people. But yeah, dude. Thank you very, very much. Thank you to my friends who decided to watch all 3 of you, including my parents. But no, dude, Jesse, thank you. Like, this was a fun experience. Like,
It was a lot of fun.
I don't think many. I don't know. I don't think many actors have an experience like that. Truly, I mean that, because I consider myself friends with all of you guys, and I thought, seeing the final product now, I think we did make something really, really great, and I'm proud of it. And not too many, I guess, starting actors can say that. So thank you, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's wonderful. You guys are making my cheeks hurt. So thank you. Anything from you, Gabrielle, before we finish out? I don't want to leave you out.
Thanks for letting me be on the box. On Zoom. Thanks for letting me be a part of your film and letting me take charge, as I sometimes do. Really hardcore.
You have a keen eye for it. You belong.
But yeah, it was really fun, and it was a nice respite from like school and life and stuff. So it was fun to meet you all.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
We'll all hang out very soon in the future once all this air stops killing us. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you so much for all of you for participating. Have a wonderful night. Thank you to Blue Sky eLearn, which essentially helped me have the ability to do this with everything. There is some resources tab. They're hiring now, so there's a lot of virtual jobs or remote jobs. So feel free to check that out. There might be something to fit your schedule. And I love you all. Thank you for showing up tonight, and have a great night.
Bye.